Hello, I'm and welcome back to the video. One of the cool things about the console version of Minecraft is that whenever an update comes out, bringing brand new items like the ELYTRA, bringing in brand new mobs like the Husk, the Stray, and the Shulker, and bringing in a bunch of new blocks and features. Basically, the cool thing about the console is that unlike other platforms where the text packs have to update later, because the text packs are made by the developers, they update immediately, which means that whenever an update comes out, you don't just get one set of textures for all the blocks, you get like 16. And I always find it interesting to go check out all of these to see if they've made some cool Easter eggs or see if they've got some weird stuff going on. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you all of these brand new things in every single text pack available for Minecraft Xbox right now. So hopefully you do all enjoy this video. Like it if you do like it because it helps out the channel, and let's know you do like seeing again all the crazy textures for stuff like the wings and the bobs and stuff. But let's get straight into it already, shall we, by showing you what we're going to be showing off in the default text pack so you're not confused when you see it. So yeah, first of all, we've got the purple blocks over here, the purple slabs, the purple stairs, the purple pillars. Then of course we've got some end rods. Then we've got the chorus plant, chorus fruit, etc. We've got some boats. You know, this is dark oak and that's birch if I'm not mistaken. The biggest contrast. I doubt these will change too much, but they might just. We've got the end crystal right here, which I'm imagining will have some really weird textures, maybe anyway. Then we've got some shulkers over here for the brand new mob. We've got the ender dragon head because that's just, you know, the coolest thing ever. And then also we've got the two other brand new mobs, the skeleton and the stray and the husk. The reason I don't have the skeleton horse is because I have shown that off before in another video, and it's a lot of effort to get. So yeah, basically we've got the everything else here that's actually new and that wasn't available in the game files before. Yeah, so I'm gonna be going through and showing you each of this and each brand new texture pack. Let's get straight into it, shall we, with the first one. So the first texture here is actually the candy texture pack, and the cool thing about the candy texture pack that I immediately noticed because I just had to check is the fact that your elytra is actually, it looks like a pair of pretzels if I'm not mistaken. I absolutely love whatever's going on there. And also you can see that this is just one of the crazy texture packs because everything turns into some form of food, including all of these brand new things, including those which look like they're red vines if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, they're some form of whatever, they're like kind of a licoricey red thing. I've had them like once I think, and yeah, they look exactly like that to me. But let's look around the rest of this to see what everything else has changed into that's vaguely candy related. So yeah, let's look first for the purple, which is this red kind of, again, not entirely sure what's going on there, but I like the texture quite a lot. Like, purple is a kind of ugly color in the default text pack, if you ask me. I really like, I really like this color a lot more, so go purple at least. Then we've got the purple pillars, which also have a similar thing. Again, it's mostly just a color change on these, that's clearly meant to look like some form of candy I'm not recognizing, but I really do quite like it regardless. Then we've got the end rods, which, again, I know they're cool, I know what they are, but I can't recognize the name right now. You know, but like the different colored candy, which I really quite like. Again, these just look way more colorful and way better. Like, I think the end cities and the candy text pack might be the best one yet. So yeah, as well as that, of course, we've got ourselves the dragon head here, which this is just a little bizarre, but I do quite like it regardless. Again, I've already shown the chorus plants. We've got the brand new boats, which are made from chocolate, or at least the dark oak one is, and this one's made from something else entirely. So it looks like they did actually texture each individual boat differently. So again, we've got dark, you know, like this weird kind of chocolate here, which I'd rather like, and then we've just got this one right here, which is made from something else entirely. Very big difference between these two boats, I guess, to match the trees. That would make sense there. Then we've got the end crystal right here, which, as you can see, it's the same kind of you know, like words or whatever written on there, but just a different color, which is a nice little change. And then finally, we've got the new mob. So the shulker is again kind of matching the purple, but it's got this weird red stripe going down the middle. I wonder if like the inside thing, you know, the little animal on the inside or whatever it is meant to be a candy too. Again, not entirely shy. Maybe I should eat more candy. Maybe that's what it is because I'm just not good at recognizing it. But then as well as that, we've got the husk and we've got the stray. So it looks like the husk, if I'm not mistaken, is actually a gingerbread man, which I absolutely love. So let's just look at that right there. The husk is a gingerbread man, and the stray seems to be, again, like, I'm not in, yeah, it's like a skeleton, but with, like, a little layer of, like, chocolate on. Yeah, I guess there's some melted chocolate on the skeleton there, which I do quite like, actually. So, yeah, that is the husk and the stray, and everything in the Candleland texture pack. I think this was a great start. I don't think again, I don't use this texture pack seriously, but everything I've seen in this, you know, in this texture pack has actually been pretty good, besides, you know, maybe just, the dragon head's not the best thing in the world, and, yeah, I generally quite like this. That's a positive start to things. Let's move on to the second one, shall we? Okay, so here we are now in the cartoon texture pack, and in case you haven't worked it out yet, we're going through an alphabetical order. I don't know how obvious that is, but it's just the, you know, the most simple way to go through it, so we get like through all of them and make sure we don't miss one. But yeah, as you can see, this is the cartoon texture pack, and the first thing I noticed is that your wings seem to be made from leaves. I mean, it looks like that. Let's fly and just go give it a try. So yeah, as you can see, they're kind of like leaves, but they turn into way more wingy, like dragon wing sorts of things when they go out, which I really do quite like. I think that, you know, when they're out, there might be some of the cooler wings in the game. So yeah, as well as having having leaf/dragon wings, which I think, again, they look really cool when they're out like this, but they look kind of weird on the ground. What else we got in this texture pack? So purple has changed to be, again, an entirely different color once more. We've got this just really, really, I guess, like orangey brown. Like it's not a perfect color, but it's a nice change. Again, I imagine the end city it has to look really cool in each texture pack too. But as well as having, this thing, we've got the dragon head, which I'm just immediately noticing, like. It's one of the goofiest dragon heads I've ever seen, but I do quite like it regardless. Then we've got the other types purple. As you can see, not really much difference between this and that. Like the white dots are in different places, but besides that, you're not really going to spot too much of a difference. Then of course we've got the end rods, which are just a blue kind of thing. They look really cartoony and great. Like I think the end rod just looks kind of good in this. I think it's worth using. Then the chorus plant looks a little bit like a cactus, except it looks like it's like a man-eating cactus or something. I don't know what's going on there entirely, but I kind of like it regardless. One more time. Then we've got the brand new boats, which I think match the types of wood. We've got a blue one and we got a birch one. Both looking pretty beautiful. Again, I love the effort on all these new blocks. They look pretty good. And then obviously we've got this block over here, the end crystal. So the end crystal, I think it's going to have the same stuff regardless, just a different outside and inner texture. But still, it's a rather nice thing. And you could have seen it before from the end, but now you can actually craft them and place them yourself. So as well as being able to craft and place those, you've got these shulkers just over here, which have a little arrow up there to let you know which way it opens. And on the inside, I need to see that because they look entirely different. Yeah, do you see those? They're crazy little animals on the inside there. So that's an interesting little change too. But let's just move on to the final little thing in this texture pack. Okay, sorry about that. So okay, here you can see there is the stray over here, which the skeleton's pretty scary. I didn't realize that. But he's got this nice little bit of yellow armor on with like a weird blue, white, green, whatever that thing's meant to be on. And then we've got the husk just over here. And as you can see, the husk is quite a bit different to the regular zombie. He's got like a bandana on to show that he can survive the day. Because that's a fun fact about the husks. He's got his little weird overalls on. I don't know what's going on here entirely, but the husk and the stray are very unique mobs in this texture pack. And I guess if you like the cartoon texture pack, I would say the end cities are going to be a fun thing to visit, mostly for these dragon heads. So let's move on to the next texture pack. Okay, now we have the Chinese Mythology Mashup-Pack, the brand new one that just came out with the last update. But yeah, basically this texture pack / mashup-pack is, again, you can look around it, it's kind of a beautiful one. And as you can see, the wings are also made from some weird, mostly transparent material. Let's see what they look like when they fly though. I'm not too big a fan of them, but I guess they're like dragonfly wings maybe. Again, it's a nice little change there. So yeah, as well as having dragonfly wings, elytras dragonfly wings elytras. That's a hard thing to say because fly wings or whatever. But yeah, as well as having that, we've got the purple over here, which I guess looks like a dragon skin because that's like a real scaly texture right there. Except on the side where it looks like the inside or something. But yeah, I do quite like the purple pillar. The purple itself, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of, but maybe you are. I like that they've retained the color of it and still made it better though. So I guess that's something. Then obviously we've got the end rods just over here, which they look pretty much the same to me. I mean, they're thematically fitting. There's nothing really notable I can say about these, but the dragon head, again, I guess they're all based on the dragon, but this one is really cool, and I guess all the dragon heads are going to be great, but yeah, I like this one a lot too. The chorus plants are a nicer color than normal. I don't know why those changed, but this didn't. But I think these two things actually contrast quite well together. So there's that at least. Then we've got the brand new boats, which again, just look at this one, the birch one, super nice color. And then we got this one over here, which is like they're all pretty ornate. Like look at the paddles on them all. They're all nicely made paddles. So there's that at least. And then we've got the end crystal again, now craftable. Whoa, there's a lot more going on there than there was before, and it looks like they don't have the same textures on the same characters on there, which is a weird little change. So then finally we've got the shulker over here. So as soon as one opens, we can see what they look like on the inside, because they're just purple on the outside, like almost entirely, and on the inside they've got a weird little thing. And also the difference is on the top we've got a different pattern, but still mostly the same, interestingly enough to me. So then finally, if we look over here, you can see we've got the husk and we've got this stray, which again, same kind of thing, where just vastly different. Like look at the stray, he's a skeleton wearing some clothes, and if you look at the husk, I don't know what he's meant to be, but he looks like just a is it okay to say he just looks like a period Chinese man, like from the time period this is set in? I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But that is. What is that weird thing down his face? Is that one of the things that's meant to hang off? I don't know what's going on here entirely, but I do kind of like the vast difference in the husk from the regular zombie. But yeah, with that said, let's move on from this to the next texture pack. So this is the city texture pack, and the first thing I'm noticing here is not the elytra. It's actually the the chorus plants in front of me, because I really love what they've done with the the ends of it, the actual plants, and they've turned them into traffic lights. It looks like. I don't know what changes from red to green. I guess maybe it's different sides of it, but I really they changed by themselves. I guess it's on a like it's a animated texture, but that is just an amazing little, use of something that's otherwise probably not going to see much use. So yeah, that is the first obvious change we're noticing here. The second one is probably going to be the ELYTRA, which, it's some white and black cape. I guess this is just like an ELYTRA skin. It looks a lot like the regular one, but it is... Maybe it's fitting, maybe it's not. I'm not really a city guy, but I do quite like that regardless. So yeah, we got the wings with a nice little white-black texture on them. Is it black with white stripes or white with black stripes? That's the eternal argument we can have. But before we can talk about that, we have to talk about the purple blocks, which I love, actually. Like, again, this texture pack is one that's so hit and miss as far as I'm concerned. But the purple blocks, look at them. They look like a nice little tile that you actually would want to put on like a real-life wall or something. You could use these for something. And then we've got the purple pillars, which, again, really, really nice block. The end rods fit really well with that too. Again, I think the end cities will be lovely in this texture pack. Finally, we've got the chorus plants, which, as I previously mentioned, are just traffic lights. I mean, they're weirdly growing traffic lights. I mean, I don't know what city would have ones like this, but I really, 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 really love the use of just like being like, oh yeah, you're probably not going to care too much about having your chorus plants look like plants. Let's use them for something you want in a city, which just a really, really nice use like that. So then we've got the new boats, which, again, just two of them here. We've got the birch boats, which look like this, and oh my god, that's a wacky boat. And then we've got the dark oak one, which is a bit normal. It looks like a antique boat. Absolutely love the design choice they're taking. I thought they just matched the wood, but in this case they've done something very different, which is just amazing. So yeah, at some point, if you love this texture pack, you should check out all 6 boats. But as well as that, we've got the end crystals, which have like the IF ender on there. Again, I like that design quite a bit. Like they're almost like dice, these things are, and in this case we've got a 6-sided dice, and every time you roll the dice you get an IF ender. So yeah, as well as that, we've got the shulkers over here. The shulkers wear sunglasses. Okay, that's amazing. I love it. I mean, I think this might be the best texture pack we've seen so far for all the brand new stuff. But before we can confirm that, let's go look at the 2 brand new mobs over here, the Husk and the Stray. So the Husk, as you can see, he's like, I don't know what to call that. Like, I was going to say like a chocolate man, but like, I don't know, like there's a hole in his, whatever, like he's got a weird vest. I guess he's like a dressed up zombie. And then over here, we've got ourselves a Stray, which is a skeleton, which is kind of terrifying, it seems, with the clothes on. I mean, there's not too much design going on there. Like, I think these are both acceptable. They're not amazing, but the rest of this texture pack, it's all good stuff. And if you have a city in this texture pack, you're gonna be very, very pleased with those stuff. Like, that is one of the most amazing uses, and I quite like it. So let's move on from that to the next texture pack. Okay, so we're here in Minecraft Fallout Edition, or the Fallout Mashup-Pack. This is one I was really excited for before it came out. I'm kind of like, on it now. It's actually out, which is a shame because I love Fallout so much, but that's fine. But let's look at the brand new features, and let's see if any of them are mind-blowing, because I've seen the ELYTRA already. As you can see, it's got this thing right here. I quite like it. It fits really, really well with the theme. But let's look at the other blocks to see if any of them are blowing away my mind. So we got the purple blocks, which, as you can see, I mean, again, they're all kind of fitting into this, like, destroyed theme. So as you can see, I mean, there's nothing really amazingly notable about this besides that, oh yeah, they are purple blocks. Purple pillars, same kind of thing. Like, I don't love them, I don't hate them, they're just kind of a thing that exists. The end rods, are not amazed by, but they're, I'm sure they could come in for some use because of their dark color. We've got the chorus plants, which I do kind of like. Like I feel like these can be used in some real, the overworld build, unlike the other things, which is a really nice thing. Then we got the new boats, which all have this little bit of like a, age to them, like you would expect for a Fallout thing. So that's all just fine. The dragon head, as you can see, is I actually kind of like, I don't know what's actually meant to be going on here. Oh, it doesn't actually change when you put a redstone current through it. So, yeah, something's meant to be happening here. I'm not, this is meant to be something. I'm not entirely sure what. I'm not entirely sure why, but there is a dragon head change. It's my favorite block, and they ruined it, but it's all okay. Next up, we've got the shulkers over here. So the shulkers, as you can see, are from the outside. I'm not sure what they're meant to be, but on the inside, it looks like they are. I'm still not actually sure. Is there nothing on the inside? Is it just an empty box? Are they just boxes of doom? I think they are actually. Yeah, as you can see. Oh no, okay, so they're robot boxes basically. That's actually a pretty cool use of the shulker. So they're robots that make you fly in the sky. I'll take that. I'll take that indeed. Next up, we've got the husk, and we got the stray. So the stray, I quite like the look of already. I'm not. Oh, okay, it's looking behind me. So yeah, the stray is like a ghouly skeleton thing, and the zombie is again same kind of thing. I guess I don't really know about the zombies and the skeletons in this texture pack, but they look pretty. I mean, they're like, it's a nice improvement for the rest, and they're holding crossbows too, which is a nice little change. So yeah, basically this texture pack, I don't know, there's just something about it that didn't meet my expectation. Maybe I dreamed too big and I hit the sky. Oh, I didn't look at this. Let me quickly do that. As you can see, kind of nice. So yeah, maybe I just dreamed too big and the thing couldn't live up to my expectations. I'm not sure what it was, but this is a nice enough texture pack, and as you can see, the end brick purple like blend is really good. So there's good stuff going on here. It's just nothing that I'm amazed by personally. But maybe again, this whole series is about you looking at it and you saying if you love anything. Maybe you did, or maybe you'd like to see me move on to the next texture pack, the fantasy one. Okay, so this is the fantasy texture pack, and it's actually my inventory I looked at first here, where you can see like the pop chorus plant and the regular one. They've got pretty intriguing textures on them. But yeah, let's focus mostly on the wings, which they're fairy wings, I think. I could be wrong. Let's fly them and let's find out. So as you can see, have you ever wanted to be a fairy? Or I think that's what we're meant to be here. Then you can do so with the fancy texture pack. I guess that is a fancy for some people, so I guess it scores some points there. But let's look around at all the new blocks and stuff, because first of all, purple, it's taking the same color, same theme, but it just makes it look quite a bit better. So go purple. Really, yeah, I actually, I didn't realize it till I saw the top here, but I really like the look of purple. Maybe not so much on the stairs or the slabs, but the main block and the pillar blocks, both pretty great blocks in my my own opinion, of course. The end rods, I think they're pretty complimentary, but there's not too much I can say besides. Ooh, they're kind of gold, I guess. The chorus plants themselves, they look like they've got different textures. Maybe it changes, maybe it isn't. I can't say for sure, but as you can see, we've got some blue/red chorus plants to mix with our purple thing. Rather nice little thing right there, as you can tell. Then, of course, we've got ourselves this, the dragon head, and I think it's just the dragon but mixed up. And I love this in every texture pack, besides the one, of course. And yeah, I can just say, like, pretty darn good. So then next up, we've got ourselves this, which is the same kind of thing as the other one, where, oh, it's a shield every time, because fantasy shields. And then we've got the new bolts, which all have a different trim. So, the birch bolt has like this kind of stony trim. This has an iron trim. I do quite like that, like everything in the fancy texture pack is at least a little bit trimmed. And in this case, there's no exception. So next up, we've got the shulkers, which look a lot like the purple blocks, but on the inside it is that like something with a shield on its head? I mean, you got to stay to the shield theme, so I guess that's kind of true. And yeah, one thing I've liked about everything we've seen so far, with the exception of these, actually, I guess there isn't, it's not made that an exception, but besides these, that they've kind of gone away from the theme of just gold everywhere, which is, that's kind of a nice thing. The one thing about this texture pack that, like, ruined it for me when someone noticed it was like, oh yeah, everything is gold, there's gold everywhere. Like, look, even the glass, it's got gold on it, and, it's not actually a problem, but it's interesting that when you spot it, you can never unsee it. So then we've got the Husk and the Stray, which both have like demonic red eyes. Again, I'm not entirely sure if that's the main mobs, but you can actually see that, yeah, the Stray has a cool helmet on. So does the Husk has one on. So does the Stray, and I quite like the Stray's armory actually. So yeah. Go Husk, go Stray, pretty intriguing mobs, and in general, really nice texture pack. I feel like, again, as far as End Cities goes, this is going to be a nicely improved one, which is something that I think is always appreciated. So let's move on from this to the next texture pack. I mean, really, this would have made sense to go to first, because the Festive Mashup-Pack is especially relevant this time of year, and as you can see, oh, I was expecting like some present wings. But yeah, as you can see, this is the Festive Mashup-Pack, and the first thing I noticed here really, or wanted to notice, was the wings. But the second thing I noticed was these chorus plants, because look, they've got like the Christmas decoration stuff on. I guess they're like, I forget what it's called, is it mistletoe or whatever? The fun decorations everyone has at Christmas. You all know what I'm talking about, / thinking, even if I can't say it. So yeah, as you can see, the wings are kind of nice white stuff, I guess, to match the snow. I think it's nice that they've retextured it, even in a place where it's not necessarily necessary or matching the rest. It's still a nice little change. And oh my god, look at this! The dragon head is wearing a Santa hat. Okay, we're good. I like the texture pack a lot already. So yeah, chorus plants, again, immediate thing. I quite like them. They've got like, maybe it's lights on them. I'm not entirely sure what's going on there, but I quite like it. The end rods, Christmassy themed, works pretty well. The purple blocks themselves, it's got a nice texture. I don't know how festive you can say they are, but I prefer it to the default one, so that's doing a good job right there. Then of course we've got the shulkers, which are the same thing, but they've got a little blue thing on the inside, because, he wants to freeze you. I guess he's like Mr. Freeze from whichever Batman movie that is, right? So then we've also got, the two Christmassy boats. So this one's got a Christmas trim. This one just has like a gold bell or a bow on the end there. Again, I like that they've taken something as simple as boats and managed to make them Christmassy. It's a nice little change, and since this is a texture pack you want to use for like 4 days of the year, you want to make sure you get all your Christmassy done there. So as well as having all of this, we've of course got the two brand new mobs to check out. Let's go do that now. Also, look at the chorus fruit. Interesting. But yeah, let's go look at those now, because as you can see, the Stray is still wearing a Christmas hat, so that's nice. And then he's also got like a green Christmas robe on, because he wants to bring Christmas festivity to you. And then the Husk is wearing this nice blue uniform to show you that, yeah, he's I'm not sure what that's meant to be, actually. So, yeah, the Festive Texture Pack, I think the interesting thing about this one is, like, if you look at it objectively, like, it's not one you want to use all the times a year, but if you just look at it and you say, oh yeah, this is a pretty cool texture pack, then I think it kind of excels at that. So yeah, festivity with the dragon head with a Santa hat. This is enough for sale for me, honestly. Let's move on to the next texture pack. Okay, next up we have the Greek Mythology Mashup-Pack. So the Greek Mythology Mashup is obviously, again, it's not too old or too new now, but it is interesting to see how they take the new blocks and put it in here. So I'm not seeing anything too notable so far. I mean, even looking at my wings, it's like, I guess they're like fire wings. But let's, let's expand them because they do have a different design than normal. So let's see if they look pretty good. So I kind of like them, actually. Yeah, they've got like a more blocky kind of folded. Like, yeah, you can see they're like folded out, which is something I didn't know they could do with the wing texture. But yeah, I guess I kind of like these wings. They probably, if you're into your Greek mythology, you're like, oh my god, that's this thing or that thing. Or, but for personally, I'm like, oh, they're kind of nice, I guess. Then we've got the purple blocks here, which have the kind of Greek patterning on them. Not awful at all. Not my favorite, but not awful, I can't say. The pillars, which I think look a little bit better. Like, I reckon you could make some containers with these if you wanted to. Again, I don't know why you wouldn't the Greek mythology, but you could, and I think that's a cool use for them. Then we've got the end rods over here, so end rods looking pretty darn sweet. And then we've got the chorus plant, which, oh, what even is that? Oh, that's weird. Which all seem to have heads at the top. And again, the heads have the same thing where, like, some of them are wide-mouthed and some of them aren't. Oh, and that one moved. So, yeah, as you can see, chorus plants, just a little bit wacky here. I kind of like it. I dig it, I guess. So, let's move on next to the boats. The boats don't seem to be too significantly different from, dark oak and birch. Birch is right here with its birchy paddles, which have an interesting thing on the inside. And then the dark oak has a similar thing. So, yeah, I guess they changed the things just a little bit, but it mostly matches the boat itself now. And then we've got the thing, which, oh, yeah, instead of having regular symbols, it's got different Greek symbols. So that's like, I forget what they're even called. Like, I think there's like I wish I knew any of them. Like, the only one I can think of in my head is, oh, we got a triangle. I can get that. We've got the M that is, I think that's the summerfall, like, or yeah, I think that's Sigma, right? But sideways. There's a lot of funny Greek symbols that I forget the name of, like theta and delta, whatever. All the names of weird things. Then, as well as having all of that, we've got the shulkers over here, which, as you can see, are pretty much purple. But on the inside, we've got like a weird Cyclops dude thing. Kind of a nice little thing. Oh, what would be really useful for this is if, like, I could throw the invisibility potion at them to see how that goes. That's the thing we'll do next. So, yeah, as well as having that, we've got just over here, of course, the two brand new mobs, the Husk and the Stray, which are variants of the Skeleton Zombie, and they kind of look that way, except this guy is way more Greek. Like, there's something about his face that just says that to me. And then the Skeleton isn't wearing very much more at all. He's got like a little thing on the front to let you know that, yep, he means business. But yeah, not much different besides that, besides being just blue in general. But that is the Stray. And the Husk, the two brand new mobs there, and oh, the dragon head I haven't commented on yet. It looks like the dragon. It's nice. It does the job of confusing people, and that's all you really want sometimes. So let's move on to the next texture pack. There are so many now, aren't there? So this is the Halloween 2015 Mashup-Pack, and as you can see, it's spooky, except I'm not really seeing spooky from any of the blocks I'm, looking at in front of me. And even if you look at my cape, like, it's cool. It's an amazing design. Like, I love the purple-black theme, but I'm not getting spooky from it, but maybe I should be. Yeah, okay, I can see these being kind of spooky. They're like Ender Dragon wings. Again, really, really nice wings. I love that they're different, and even if it's not necessarily themed directly to the texture pack, most of the textures we've seen so far have been pretty great. Oh, look, it looks like the chorus plants are actually eyes. Okay, that's pretty great then too. So, okay, let's first of all focus on the purple texture. Purple, again, not a real big fan of it. Don't hate it either. But it looks pretty possible. Mostly better as the regular block. Like, I feel like these stairs probably do something pretty good. The dragon head looks like the dragon, has no eyes, pretty scary, even invisible through the skull. So that's kind of nice. I wonder actually how that would look exactly on the head. Let's test that right now because I'm kind of curious. Let's take this and let's put it on the head just so we can see for sure. Does it have the same holes in it? Oh, it does. So it's very clear you're wearing a mask because Halloween or something. Oh, you can even see. Okay, so that's pretty cool. That is the dragon head when you put it on your head. As well as that, though, if you look around the rest of this, you can see you've got the end rods, which are purple and pink and purple and pink. Nice little, pattern, I think. Then we've got the shulkers, which, did you see that? Like, yeah, there's like a weird, I guess, like demony dragon thing on there. So I kind of like that. We've got the end crystal, which has eyes on it. We've got the boats, which, again, all kind of slightly differently themed. So this one has slime on it, this one has holes in it. Probably not a very seaworthy boat, but you can still place it in the sea just fine. Trust me on that one. Then as well as that, of course, we've got the two brand new mobs, or the two brand new variants. I really should be saying, because we've got the Husk and the Stray. So the Stray, wearing some nice, almost leather armor, and the Husk is, what even is going on here? I can't say for sure, but I do like the design of it, and I do really like the design of the Stray. So pretty great, new mob variants right there. So yeah, one of the most notable things here, I'd say probably the eyeball chorus plants and maybe the boats. Like, this dark oak boat just challenges you to drive it in the sea and see if it sinks or whatever. And I think it's a nice little. Oh, you can see through the world. Okay. I just discovered this right now. Because you can transparently see through the texture, you can see down below there like you have night vision. So this is, pro tip right here, if you want to see below the water while riding a boat and want to look for clay or for caves and stuff, this is the boat for you. So don't know if that's a glitch, don't know if that's intentional, but it's pretty cool regardless. Look at me, I found a cool thing out. So yeah, let's let's move on from this little feature to the next, the texture pack, to the next one, which is Halo. Okay, so here is the 5th Mashup-Pack, I think. I made that up in my head. But it's like the 5th one in a row. Anyway, so this is the Halo Mashup-Pack, and as you can see, it's Halo-y and stuff. I mean, not really particularly besides the crosshair, but the wings are looking like there aren't really wings in Halo, so you can't really fit it, so they've just gone with this nice blue design. I like it, though. It's like a regular one, but it's a little bit better. So, yeah, every single redesign of the ELYTRA looks pretty great, and this is no exception. Then we also got the purple blocks, which, again, would kind of fit the military-ish theme that's going on for Halo. We've got the dragon head, which has no eyes for some reason, and that I don't really love, but I don't really hate either, so I guess we can just look at it and say, oh yeah, that's a thing. Then we've got the purple blocks, which are, they're like industrial crates, but they've got this little green guy on the inside. Again, kind of like them, actually. Finally, we've got the end crystals over here, which, yeah, I think we might have seen this before, but it looks almost like a glowstone block on the inside. Then we've got the new boats, which are all just designed to look like combat boats. I quite like all of them, actually. So, quite like both of them, and also the red one we can see here. They all look pretty good, if you ask me. They've got, like, sleek military designs, and I kind of like it. So, as well as that, we've got the chorus plant. Nothing too special going on there. I mean, I like the colors, I guess. I like the way it blends with this, but not really too much else I can say. And then, of course, we've got the 2 new mob variants, which are found just over here. We've got, look at chorus fruits. They're a bright light green blob. That's hard to say. Anyway, so yeah, as you can see, we've got the Stray, which has a needler, and I quite like him, because, again, I guess you'd say. And we've got the Husk, which I'm not so big a fan of as the Stray, but still, it's pretty cool, the new mob variants here. So, yeah, with that said, let's move on from this texture pack to the next one. Okay, so next up, we have the Mass Effect Mashup-Pack, which is one that was known for the longest time for just being awful, but it's definitely been improving, like, update by update. They've done a lot of things to it, and it looks like the new blocks they take, they're not really, destroying them too much, which is great stuff. So, yeah, first thing we're going to look at is going to be the ELYTRA wings. They look suspiciously like another one. I forget which texture pack it was, but I think these are the exact same wings as another one, or maybe I'm just being crazy, but yeah, they look very similar to another texture pack, so maybe that's intentional. Maybe there are wings in Mass Effect, maybe the other texture pack stole from this, but either way, that's weird to me. We've got the purple blocks, which I love the purple pillars, but the purple itself, I mean, it's got a nice kind of neon-y texture. I feel like you could use this for something great, and I feel like the entities aren't going to look too out of place, so there's that at least. Then, of course, we've got the chorus plants. Nothing too special to say there, I don't think, but kind of nice regardless. We've got the, we've got the dragon head, which is just like some pincers on the front of the thing. Maybe that's how the dragon looks, and I just haven't realized in some time. But still, quite the weird dragon head, if that's your thing. I personally love the bigger the dragon head, the better. But still, it looks okay. Better than the other bad dragon head. We've got the purple, the shocker blocks, which, as you can see, kind of like purple. No, kind of the opposite of purple on the outside. I was like, oh no, wait, that's different, isn't it? So yeah, the shocker's very, very different to the purple blocks here, and they've got like a little red dude on the inside. Maybe it's a Mass Effect enemy I'm just not familiar with, but I can't tell you for certain. Then we've got the big ender crystal right here, which has it's got like a different sign on each one. So that's alert. That's a question mark. Okay, there's lots of signs on there. I quite like the alert one though. Then we've got the boats. Again, all of the boats in this and the header one both look really great. Like, just look at these designs right here. They're all looking amazing, and I feel like this is I might give it to it right now, best boat texture pack I've seen in some time. So if you're not looking to just go looking for cracks in the ground, look how stylish this boat is. Look how cool. Look, you see me in this boat and you're like, oh yeah, that's a cool fella in that boat right there. I don't know, I just feel like this might be the best boat in Minecraft yet, and I really like it. So yeah, let's look at the other ones just while we're here anyway. As you can see, not quite so exciting actually. I think I picked the most exciting one. So yeah, as well as that though, we've got ourselves 2 brand new mob variants, which we have to show off each time, and in this case, they are the brand new Stray and the brand new Husk. So the Stray, I like it. I mean, it looks not too much different to the regular one. And we've got the Husk over here, which, again, he just looks bigger, which is kind of an impressive thing. So, yeah, they're pretty good. Nothing as notable as the new boats. But, yeah, new boats and the purple, And yeah, new boats and purple are just amazing in this, and maybe even make it like a better texture pack in my head, which is pretty darn cool. So yeah, that said, let's move on to the next texture pack, which is a real texture pack again, I think. Just to clarify, when I say real texture pack, I mean like one that's a texture pack and not a mashup pack texture pack, because some people have a difference and also they're more expensive. So these are ones you're more likely to have, like the natural texture pack, which is looking pretty natural. Look at those chorus flowers. They're like real flowers at the end there. But yeah, so as you can see, this is the natural texture pack, and it kind of takes regular Minecraft and just adds a little bit of a more natural flair to it. So the ELYTRA, as you can see, it's the same basic design, but it's just a little bit nicer gradiented. And I guess I kind of appreciate that. So yeah, looking at the purple blocks, as you can see here, I don't know what would make a more natural purple block, but these have a bit more of a complex texture to them. Same with the purple pillars. Same with the dragon head, in fact, like an evil dragon thing, kind of nice right there. And even the same with the shulker. Like I really love the eyes. Like they look cute even on the inside of this one. So I guess there's that. They managed to make the shulker cute. We've got the chorus plants, which mostly look the same besides the flower. I guess that's just letting you know that, oh, that's fully flowered, that's not quite so fully flowered. Oh, I guess that's what made the city texture packs red and green. They were green when they were done, and they were red when they were growing. That's kind of cool, I guess. Then, of course, we've got the dark oak boat, and we've got the birch boat. I mean, they're looking pretty nice and natural. There's that to be said. They're not like so crazy as the other designs, but like they're elegant boats. And if you're a boat fan and you want to see which one's which very easily, I don't know, but nice enough boats, I guess. Then we've got the end rods over here. As you can see, the end rods. Again, regular end rods, but a little bit more natural. And if I had to guess, that's how the husk and the zombie and the stray are going to go. You know, look at them and you're going to say, oh yeah, there's a stray, but a little bit more natural. And here is a husk. But I don't know what makes a husk more natural, but a little bit more of that, I guess. So yeah, this is the natural texture pack. I can recommend it, but I mean, the natural one's never too exciting because it's just, here's regular Minecraft, but with a slight different tint to it. But yeah, that is this one right here. Let's move on to the next texture pack. So I feel like the pattern texture pack's going to have some pretty crazy examples of stuff going on, and my immediate glance reveals that I am kind of right with that. Just look at all the colors you see there. This is a very vibrant texture pack for a lot of reasons, and that's why it's kind of exciting. So first of all, our wings are like dragon scale wings. I mean, I guess we can pretend we're a dragon, except we're like a butterfly dragon. I don't know entirely, but I guess that's kind of good. We've got the purple blocks, which are very, very distinct. I don't really like them, but you know, they fit the theme at least. The same with the purple pillars. I'm not a personal fan. They look kind of like cactus, but that's kind of that. Then of course we've got the end rods over here. So end rods, I like the pattern at least. I mean, I would use them if I was in this texture pack. The chorus, ooh, that's a weird thing to look at. That's very trippy. The chorus flower slash plant, as you can see, is interesting. Again, the patterns in this texture pack sometimes just make me go, why would anyone want that? But every now and then they just make me go, I'm going to have to spend some time thinking about this one, and I could just spend a few, minutes looking at this, but I can't do that right now. Instead, I'll move on to the boats next, which, as you can see, all kind of pattern like the wood they're made from, and each one, it looks like, has a different pattern on the inside. So, yeah, we've got the birch boat over here, which has the, I guess some diamonds going on. This one has like a big flower on the inside. I guess I kind of like that, like a bit of individuality on each boat. This one's got just the big two rims, or big two stripes on it. Nice stuff going on here. So yeah, as well as these three, we've got the end crystal just over here. The end crystal, as you can see on the inside, looks like, I guess there's no patterns or anything on there, so that's interesting. In fact, let's blow it up. It's been a while since I've done that. There we go. That feels good. Okay, I killed the shulkers, but as you could probably see it from the inside, I've spawned another one, so that's why you don't make impulsive decisions like that. So the shulkers look just like this. Oh, look, it's a blue little, oh, wait. Is that as cute as I think it is on the inside? Okay, let's do one more. As you can see, the inside, the shulker, is this cute little thing that you're not going to want to kill because it's that, but you're going to have to because that's how the end works. So, yeah, as well as having cute shulkers, we've also got access to the husk and the stray. The stray, I mean, I can't really say that's cute, but the husk, on the other hand, he's wearing this nice little jumper, and he looks like he just wants to give you a hug. And let's be honest, he probably does just want to give you a hug. So, yeah, that is the husk and the stray. Two cool little mobs in this update. So, as well as these right here, we've also got access to the, I think next is the Skyrim Mashup-Pack, which is one I'm intrigued by, so let's go check it out. I lied, it was actually the plastic texture pack next, as it so turns out, which again, it's kind of like the natural one where they just take Minecraft, make it a little bit more, I guess, like, less detailed and stuff. So you can see the ELYTRA, same kind of thing, where they took the same details, made it more blocky, plasticky and stuff. I don't really like this texture pack as a whole, but, like, the hotbar, for instance, just stings my eyes. But let's go look through it very briefly. And Dragon Head, looking pretty good. Purple, looking pretty good. You know, I kind of like that better than the regular one. So end rods looking exactly the same as far as I can tell. Chorus plants looking interesting. I can't say if it's better or worse, but I kind of like the fully flowered ones. End crystal looking like fully detailed, like way. This looks very different to the rest of the texture pack. Boats looking almost exactly the same, but just with less detail again. Shulkers, as you can see on the inside, they're just... I can't even tell the difference from the dude on the inside. But the outside has a more clear shell, which is very... You know, I mean, it's a nice contrast to the purple, which has these deep lines going through it. So as well as that, we've got the husk and the stray, which again, I'm not imagining too much is going on here, which as you can see, husk on the left, stray on the right, look exactly the same. Just, again, with a little bit of a simplicity to it, which I mean, some people like this texture pack. It's just not really for me personally. So let's move on to the Skyrim one finally, shall we? Okay, so now we have the Skyrim Mashup-Pack. So obviously everyone loves Skyrim, and it's kind of like a alternate natural texture pack in my opinion. It's got a lot of similarities, but it tends to, you know, actually take some differences, which is something you might just like. So for instance, if you look at our wings right here, they look like they're, again, a slightly more realistic dragon wing, because I guess we're a dragon. I kind of like them, actually, because especially on the back, as we can see right now, they look, actually, they look like tennis racket swords. But yeah, okay, I like these in general when you're flying. I kind of like them on the ground. They've got a weird shape to them. Maybe that's all ELYTRA is. Maybe I've only just noticed it. But still, ELYTRA, not looking too bad. But the blocks over here, looking pretty great, actually. For instance, the purple block, this white, I really do quite like. Like, this... Also, there's Skyrim music playing. I thought I recognized something. But yeah, this white is really, really good. Like, I absolutely love this block. I feel like there's some amazing castles to be made from this. This is, like, a similar thing. I don't think I'd use this personally, but I feel like some people might. And yeah, as you can see, this stair, this is like a true new resource I feel like they should make. Like, white stone, this is something you need in the regular Minecraft, because it just looks really great. The dragon... It's a Skyrim dragon, I guess. Like, it's kind of derpy because the eyes are on the side. Then, of course, we've got the end rods, which I haven't really noticed any too notable end rods, but I like these. They fit with the purple quite well. I imagine the end city probably looks pretty great. Then, of course, we've got this thing, the chorus plant. I'm slowly running out of words because this is we're just under an hour into this now. This is the chorus plant over here, as you can see, looking pretty great with the X and the square and stuff. Then we've got the new boats over here. So this is the birch boat on the left and the dark oak boat on the right. I mean, looking pretty great, like I said. I mean, the pattern's changing a little bit from boat to boat, so you can see how this one's like, again, I think it's nice, realistic, and kind of natural, you could say. However, the shulkers look entirely different to the purple, which means if you're in the end, this is actually a little bit easier, because they'll blend in a little less, and the inside is actually made from this purple thing too. So as you can see, there are some shulkers. Not quite so cute as some of the other ones, but a really interesting block regardless. So, yeah, as well as seeing all of this stuff, you know, let's just blow it up again, I have to. But as well as seeing all of this stuff, let's go look at the next one here, which is the husk and the stray. So, the stray, I'm immediately noticing as being like this creepy vampire zombie thing, with like, I like it is what I'm saying here. And then we've got the stray over here, which is just like a skeleton, a blue skeleton wearing some leather armor. So, I kind of like it. It looks like the, what are those things called? Those, not Daedric things, they drop like ancient war axes or whatever. Those things, they're like a really simple enemy. It looks exactly like those actually, which is quite a cool little thing to put in there. So yeah, as well as the Skyrim texture pack, there is one more in the game, which is the SteamPunk texture pack. Sorry, which is always a very different one. I'm curious as to whether it'll be my favorite. Perhaps not, but we'll see, won't we? Okay, so this is the SteamPunk texture pack. The SteamPunk texture pack is obviously... Is this SteamPunk? I mean, it just doesn't really feel like it for me. But yeah, the SteamPunk texture pack is obviously the one which is going for a very steampunk feel. Funny how that turns out. And yeah, the ELYTRA, as you can see, is just an entirely different shape to all the other ones. And in fact, your feet even go through it sometimes. So not the greatest like imitation, but the shape fit I really do quite like in general. And let's see how it looks when you go in the air. Okay, so it looks like pretty normal wings, but again, I really love the shape on your back, and I kind of like the wings too. Like, they've got a nice gold tinge to them. Pretty great stuff going on here. So as well as having this, we've got the purple blocks, which just look really, really, you know, like kind of metally steely. I quite like this. The purple pillar looks even better. I feel like there's some great map that you can now make with these stuff. Again, I love a block that like can kind of inspire you in the mind, and I feel like this block definitely does that for me. So as well as that, we've got the dragon head, which is just entirely mechanical, so I love that. Turn it on, turn it off. Like, it actually makes sense that the redstone current turns this on, so that's a great little change right there. We've got the chorus plants, which look pretty great, if you ask me, actually. So as you can see, we've got some, what are those things called? Like little shields over there. We've got some, like, I like it in general. They look like pipes almost. Then, of course, we've got the boats. So the boats gotta have that little steampunk effect on them also. Yeah, every boat has its little own thing. This one has like almost like a viewing port. You can't actually use it like the other ones, I assume, because it's not transparent, but still, it's a nice little change to it. Again, great stuff going on here. We've got the end crystal, which on the inside has, more symbols written. We can't see what they are, but there are symbols on there. We've got the shulkers, which look exactly like the purple. So again, a confusing little change. They've got a slight different shade as far as I can tell, so that's the way you'll spot them. And on the inside, we've got, not cute, not anything else, just a rather interesting thing. They look like they've got sunglasses on almost. So yeah, pretty cool stuff going on here. And then if you look over, what am I doing there? So then if we look over to here, you can see we've got the two brand new variants, the Husk, which looks absolutely terrifying, and the Stray, which is wearing a monocle. So what's not to love about that? So yeah, pretty cool new mobs here actually. And in general, this texture pack does a pretty cool job. It's inspiring, and I think I'll try and use this for something at some point. And yeah, that is every single texture pack for every single brand new T46 item. I hope you did all enjoy this video. Like I said, it takes a little bit longer than normal to put these together, because there's like an hour of just recording and looking at blocks and stuff. But I think we've seen some pretty interesting blocks today, such as let's throw that there, by the way. I think we've seen some pretty interesting blocks today, such as the chorus plant in the city texture pack. That is still one of my favorite blocks in any texture pack for anything. We've got like the dragon heads. They were all pretty interesting. I think in the cartoon it was great. The ELYTRA wings, they look pretty great in most texture packs. I really liked quite a few of those. And the boats in the Halloween texture pack have a transparent spot on them if you want to go through them. So there's some pro tips for you all. I hope this video did help you all out. If it did, like the video, let me know, because it helps out the channel a lot. Let us know you do like these sorts of videos showing you all the brand new things and all the texture packs. Share the video if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here, because I make videos like this one every single day on my channel, and if you subscribe, you'll see them daily on your homepage. Thank you all very much for watching this video, and I guess I'll see you all in the next one. Oh, if you want any of the texture packs, they all went up in price, which I think is like, not really a big fan of that, but if you want them anyway, and you need to get some Xbox Live gift cards, make sure you do so with my Amazon links. I'll put them in the description down below, or go to ukamazon.ibxtoycat.com or usamazon.ibxtoycat.com, depending on which, country you live in. If you don't live in either, then I don't know. But yeah, with that said, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye.